Hi everyone, Jess here, and today I'm joined with Mike Petrella from United Airlines. So you'll be joining us in Lisbon at World Aviation Festival in a few months, and we're gonna unravel a few of the themes that you're going to be talking about on stage. But first, do you want to provide a little bit of background about your role?
Sure. So I lead the strategic partnerships organization with Mileage Plus, and that job is around just bringing and identifying integrated deals and partnerships that bring value to our travelers. So for us, it's trying to understand at all points of the traveler journey, from the time you're thinking about traveling to the time you come home, what are the things that we can do to make this trip more personalized, to make it a more immersive journey, to make it your trip versus a random passenger who chooses to fly with United.
Okay, fantastic. And to do that, you're reimagining the traveler journey a little bit. How would you say you're approaching this differently to the way that airlines have traditionally?
I'm not an airline guy. I come actually from the AdTech world, so I think advantageously for me, it's just a blank piece of paper. And I think about it in a couple different ways. You know, beyond just the actual journey from the time you get on the plane to the time you get off, it's really the emotion and the loyalty and the feeling that you have as being part of a Mileage Plus member. So if I think about just the day-to-day utility, then you think the inspiration, planning, day of, on plane, on vacation, or on trip, and then on the way back. I think of that as the traveler journey, and then how do we figure out the right way to provide the right message or no message at all, depending on each point of that journey.
Okay, fantastic. And that makes perfect sense. I can imagine where challenges come in is you're working with a lot of different passengers and they all have a slightly different preference or want to engage in different ways. How do you navigate the sort of disparities within that?
So for us, it's the ability to actually understand who the traveler is, right? When you travel with an airline, by law, we know exactly who you are. And so we can extract some intelligence insights from information just from travel. But then as you become a member of Mileage Plus, as you become a member of a credit card, if you take the credit card, we can extract more intelligence and insights based on your activity, based on essentially everything that is made available. We're looking at understanding how we ingest that and then create the right atmosphere. And the idea is to keep it on a personalized basis without going a little too far, right? Make sure that it is something that is complementary to your trip and not, why am I seeing this message?
I can imagine. And then when we're thinking about being a part of an everyday life, when customers are flying, that's just a singular point in their full year. So what are some practical steps you're taking to integrate loyalty into day-to-day life?
So we're thinking about partnerships that aren't necessarily travel related. Excuse me. So, people are people, whether they're on a trip or not. So if you choose to go to see a concert or a sporting event, if you choose to do a spin class or you have vitamins that you take, what are the things that we can do to associate that, with the mileage program, right? Can you earn miles for signing up for a spin class? Can you use miles to help pay for tickets? Are there opportunities to earn miles by becoming a member of a ride share loyalty program or grocery delivery? So again, things that you may use while you're on vacation or while on a business trip, but at the same time, these are the day-to-day things you use in your lifetime too. So why not create value around that?
So you touched on this a little bit earlier, but where do you strike the balance between giving passengers the choice they want, showing that you understand them as people versus overwhelming them with options?
Yeah, I think that was one of the main concerns when we started Connective Media is we didn't want to make the airplane look like Times Square, right? So that obnoxious, just Times Square is not obnoxious, rather just the idea of it can be the idea of just having ads everywhere, and it's you see those commercials about like browsers following you and things. So the idea is more to have it as a native experience. How do I integrate it into the experience such that like when the opportunity comes up, it looks like something that's part of the confirmation path, the booking path. If you're in the ancillary or spend mindset, then having offers that are relevant to you versus a random ad. It's really, when I talk about the journey, it's also the emotion of knowing that I'm in an environment that is conducive to my behaviors. And in some cases, as we learn more, some people may not want to see content at certain times, and we'll test and learn, and we'll choose not to show content, where others may be in the mindset of, okay, I'm ready to think, I'm ready to plan, I'm ready to be inspired. How do you put something in front of me? So it's a constant test and learn, but at the same time, it's an imperfect science because everyone's behavior changes differently too.
Of course, and I guess a lot of the progress that can be made in this space comes with leveraging data that you're collecting and the sort of development of those kind of more heavily personalized technologies. Is that right?
Yes, it's the we're able to extract these insights based on what we see, right? And so we do it in a very privacy safe manner. We are fully compliant against any global, national, state, city, any type of regulation and law. And we are proactive in terms of the way we protect our customer data too, right? End of the day, it's paramount to have that integrity and really the trust of your customers that you're doing things the right way. So when we think about collaboration, it's collaboration internally, it's collaboration within clean rooms, it's collaboration within a privacy safe manner that never ever puts the consumer's data at risk.
Yeah, that's always reassuring to hear. And like I said, you're going to be joining us in Lisbon, speaking on traveler first loyalty and creating this really meaningful end-to-end journey. But what aside from your session, what are you most looking forward to at the event?
Honestly, I just love to learn, So it'll be, I will have celebrated 2 year. I will celebrate 2 years in August at the airline, and it is a fascinating industry, right? The logistics of travel, the community within the airline piece, both on the operational and the loyalty side. For me, I love to learn, and doing so in such a manner that I can apply it to what we're doing. There's a number of brilliant minds out there in this industry. So the opportunity to network, to build partnerships and relationships with them, then identify, like, what can I take back and bring to United and Mileage Plus? Where are there partnerships that I wasn't even thinking about? And just really educating myself more.
Fantastic. Well, we're really looking forward to having you there and seeing what more you have to share on traveler first loyalty.
I can't wait. I've never been to Portugal before, so it'll be a good time.
It definitely will. Well, thanks again for joining me, Mike.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.